Hello, good evening. Hello, can you hear me?
Good evening, ma. Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, good evening. How's our day? So, we are sorry, the last class recording was not, I don't know, we couldn't find it, so it was not properly recorded. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a quick recap section of what we did last class before we go to today's class, so that people that want to see the video will be able to see. Please confirm if you can see my screen. Anyone?
Yes, ma.
My thinking. Okay, so last class we talked about authentication and authorization, right? So, and I explained to us that authentication is just a way to verify who have access to a particular application, while authorization is what you can do. Okay, fine, you have access to log into this application, but what type of access do you have? What can you do? What can you not do on the application? So in my examples, right, we have a login bank. When you're trying to log into your application with your own credentials, right? If you log into your account to your bank app, okay, that is you're trying to authenticate. That's authentication. But authorization, okay, what can you do? What kind of access can you do? Imagine your account, your bank account is has a limit, access limit of 500,000 per day, and we have another account that have 1 million, like they can transfer 1 million per day or upward. So if you log in as a user that has an access to transfer more than 1 million per day, like the access that the person that can transfer more than 1 million per day have is different from the one that can transfer less than 1 million or 500,000 per day. So that's how we have to test our authorization and authentication. We're just checking, okay, who can use these accounts? Does this person have a valid username and password to even log into this account at all? Okay, if this person can log into this account, what can this person do? What can this person not do? What are the limited things that we want to restrict for this person? And basically, we have different types of method. We have different type of authentication method. But we talk about the basic, when we are talking about the basic authentication, right? You're just trying to use your username and your password. Just consider a basic that if you have a valid username and a valid password, you'll be able to log in. Just think it as all this application that you will be able to log in without them sending code or without any form of authentication. Once you have a correct username and a correct password, you'll be able to access the account. That's what basic authentication simply means. By Bearer go a little bit further. After you have provided us your username and your password, fine, we want to be able to send a token to you. And with that token, we want to be sure that, okay, the token you generated is the same thing as the one you are giving back to us before you can proceed with your login. So imagine you're trying to log into an application that has authentication. So after you have put your username, a correct username and your password, they will tell you, okay, we have sent a code to you. Kindly input the code so you'll be able to verify that it is truly you. So that is how Bearer work. And API keys is we're just trying to check if you have access to even test the API at all. We use REQRES API for last class. We use sorry. So we use REQRES for last class to check the API keys. I'm going to run over it again because the recording was. So imagine I want to send a post. So I want to send a post request using this documentation, API documentation. I want to send a post request, right? I'll come to my Postman. This authorization. Okay. I'll come to my Postman and I'll post the URL here. Okay. So I'll post the URL here, and this is what is in the body. In the body, I'm sending a post request. So if I send this request, I'll be getting 401 unauthorized, and the error message is missing API key. So just to rectify this issue, this is not like my error. This is not like this is my error because I did not input the API key. But this is something that is beyond my control. I will need to provide the API key before I can continue, before I can proceed with the testing. So to rectify this kind of, so that we'll not go and post it and say this is a bug. No, this is not a bug. You just have to listen to the error message. You need an API key to continue your testing. You will go back to the application or your documentation. They should give you a proper API key which in your documentation. And for this URL, we have the API key here, get free fake API key. Then you can copy your API key from here. You can copy from here. So you can now come to your authorization tab on your Postman. You can come to authorization tab and select API key. Then you add your key and your value. So you add your key. This is your key, API key, and the remaining without this will be the value. So if I select this and I run my request again, I should be getting 200 OK. 200 OK. This is how we use API key. And another form of authentication that we actually talk about last class is bearer token. And we use the domain domain JSON authentication API. We use it to test our bearer token. So before we can continue to send this request, we need comment. Okay, yes, this is for the post request. So for the get request, right? For the get request, if I did not provide, is in the documentation. I'm just trying to run over it again. For the authentication tab, this is the authentication tab. So the first thing you are going to do as a user is to send a post request to get your access token. And after that, you have to send first thing you're going to do is to send a post request to get your access token. And after that, you have to send a get request. So if you want to send this get request and you are not authorized, you do not have proper I've added this access token in the header or somewhere. Okay. These bookings. I have a valid access token. That is why I'm getting this 200. Okay. I have a valid access token. So let me just go over this. Okay, I should be in my environment. Sorry, I need to figure this out. Or did I add it in the collection variables? Let me try to create this request in a new collection. Just to save this time. Okay, so I should have added that in my workspace. I should have added it in my workspace as a variable. That's why I'm getting that. So I need to change. What I did was to change my workspace. So initially, if you have not added it in your workspace, or you have not added it in your authorization tab, this is what you should be getting. 401 unauthorized. This is what you should be getting. So to rectify this problem, you have to first generate the access token by sending a post request according to the documentation, right? First generate the access token by sending a post request to this URL. So that's what I want to do now. So I'll send a post request to this URL. And please hold on, I'm coming. Hey, sorry. So I'll send a post request to this URL. I'll need to add the body of the section. I'm just going over the last class because it was not properly recorded and we couldn't find it on the, so we are unable to upload it. So if I send this post request, I will copy my access token. This is when we are using bearer, when we're using bearer authorization as our authentication mode. So I will need this access token before I can able to send that to guest request, right? So I'll copy the access token I'll copy it. Then in my get request, this request that was asking for authorization, I'll come to the authorization tab. I'll select the bearer token, which is the one I'm going to use, and I will add it here. This is coming by default because I have one in my I have to delete this. So I'll paste the new one and I will send. So my request should be given 200 okay. I should get 200 okay as my status code. So by authentication and authorization, we're just trying to talk about, okay, who can access this application? And if you have the right to access the application, what can you do on the application? That's what we mean by authentication and authorization. Do you understand? Do you have any question before we go to today's class?
Yes, ma. Sorry, ma. I was not in the last class.
All
Thank you
right.
for the recap. Ma,
All
how do
right.
you do with expired token?
Expired token, you generate a new token.
How do you generate a new token?
Okay, I actually comment out the expired token. This is what make a token to expire. Like you set the token to expired. If I have this line of code, expired in minutes. So I set it that, okay, this token should expire in 1 minute. In 1 minute. Then I sent this request. Sorry. Okay. So if I send this request, I want to generate a new token. So this new token I'm about to generate is going to expire in 1 minute. So if after 1 minute I want to use the token, if I want to access this token, this particular token, this new token, this is a new token. It's different from the one I used before. If I want to access this token after 1 minute, I will get this error message that, okay, this token has expired. Then to generate a new one, we come and resend your post request. Do you understand?
Yes, ma. Thank you.
All right, so welcome. Do you have any other question? Okay. So let's go to today's class. Today we want to talk about variables and environments. Variables and environments. So by variables, we are just trying to store our data. Like, you know that, okay, let's, for example, now your URL, you want to test an API for a particular URL. And you know that for a particular application, and you know that doing your own testing, right? Your own testing phase, the URL is not really going to change. It's not something that is dynamic. Favor, you have question, you can proceed. Favor, your hand is raised. Favor, can you hear me?
Yes, I have a question. Yes, I can hear you. Is
All
it
right.
possible for you to go back to the old slide? I want to check out that second slide. I couldn't see it. I'm sorry.
You want to check out what?
The second slide
This one.
from the old one.
Yes, I'm on the
Oh, we
old
are still
slide
in
now, right?
variables here.
No,
Okay.
I'm on the old slide.
No. Yes, that's the first slide, the one that has that Postman stuff. I didn't attend the class, so
Okay, this
I The second one, that one that has Postman there. Yes,
Yes,
thank
I'm there already.
you. I wanted to take a screen. Yes, thank you,
Okay.
ma'am. I'm done. Thank you.
All right. All right, no problem. Okay, so as I was saying, by variables, right? You know that throughout your testing, for example, that domain or JSON we are using, the URL, the base URL will not change. What will change is just the parts. Maybe you want to test products, the product part is going to change. You want to test recipe, the part is going to change, but the URL is not going to change. So you are going to store your URL as a variable because you know that it is something that is constant. It is something that is constant. Variable symbolize the data representation and let access a value without manually entering and to manually inputting it whenever we need it. So because we know that, okay, I will always type domi.json http.domi.json http.domi.json. So and I don't want that to happen, right? So I will set that URL as a variable because anytime I need it, I don't want to be typing it. So that is the essence of variable. It's just to make our code not to be hard coded. Like it's just to make our code not to be hard coded. Like once you know that this thing you'll be using it over and over again, and the best thing for us to do is to store it as a variable. The API key I was trying to figure out on my workspace the other time, I might have stored it as a variable in that workspace. That was why it was not showing. That was why it is still reflecting. It's still reflecting in that. It's still reflecting, and that request I was sending was still 200 okay, because in that entire workspace I have set it as a variable. So if you know that you will be needing something over and over again when you are testing, you will need to set that stuff as a variable. And we have different scope in Postman. We have different variable scope in Postman, right? And it lets us to determine what you are going to do. The type of variable you select or you choose you want to do will determine how it will be, how effective the variable is going to be. The first one we have is global variable. The one I was saying that affects my workspace is global variable, because at first I thought it was my collection. You can see the other time I was trying to change a collection. I moved to another collection to try to send the request, and it still passed. I think it was my environment. I don't know if you noticed that. I tried to change my environment to no environment, and the test still passed. So that variable that affects the whole workspace as a whole must be a global variable. Must be a global variable. So we have the collection variable. Collection variable is just that, okay, I want this variable, but I don't want it to exceed this collection. Like I want to create a collection for products. Okay, this product URL, I don't want it to exceed this collection. You will set it at the collection variable. And you have the environment variable. Environment variable is after collection variable. Like, I mean, environment is a little bit higher. You are going to determine the environment you are working with. You're going to be determining the environment you're working with. Imagine, for example, this URL, this particular web app, the URL, this is the URL for staging. This is the URL for staging. You can see web app staging.preexist, and this is the URL for dev. This is the URL for dev. So if I'm going to test API for dev, I'll have to create a variable or an environment for dev. I have to create an environment for dev, and I have to create an environment for staging. So when I'm going to set a variable for this URL, I will put the dev variable, the dev URL in the dev environment as a variable. And if I want to test for staging, I will put the staging URL in the environment for staging. So that is just the use of variables. So, and we have the one that we can do in our data and as well as our local. We are going to explain it one after the other. But before I proceed, do we understand? Do you have any question? All right, please.
Please, a quick recap on the types of variables again. I'm kind of interchanging
Okay.
it.
Okay, we have the global variable. We have the global variable. We have the collection variable. We have the environment variable. We have the data variable, and we have the local variable. So the global variable is global, like it's general to a particular workspace. In as much as you are within that workspace, it affects everything you are doing. The how's the next one now? We have the global, we have the environment, the collection. So the collection is going to affect the collection, the particular collection. This is if I come to global now, and we are still going to do the practical example, and I added any variable here, it's going to affect all the data, both in the collection level, anywhere I create any record here, is going to affect it. But if it is environment specific, right, I create a variable here, or I added an environment here, and I create a variable in this QA environment. If I'm working in API chaining environment, it won't affect it. That is for the environment. And we have the local and the data. We are still going to talk about it with practical examples. Please, do you understand now?
Yes.
All right. So now let's open our Postman application, everyone. So because we want to talk about this. Sorry. I'm actually saying something that is an error. Okay, so the local variable is a type of variable that is actually by local, right? It is specific to a particular request. And these variables are mostly added in a script. Like if you are saying, we write on Postman pre-request scripts and post-request scripts. Don't worry, we are still going to talk about that one. When you're writing in JavaScript and you're saying let A be equals to B, you are trying to declare a variable by saying let var or constant. Like those are programming words. Like you are declaring a variable that, okay, let this one be equals to this one. You are setting a variables. You are declaring a variable, and this is just local. It is just going to be within the scope of that test you are doing. Example is, I need to change my workspace. I feel like I was writing a basic script on one of these. Okay. So if I come to this script now, and I said, let A be equals to B. So I have declared a local variable here. I have declared a local variable here. I have declared a local variable here. If I write something like this, and this is not going to affect everything that is inside this collection. If there are other requests inside this collection, no, it's not. This whatever I declare here is going to work for this particular request. That is why we call it local variable. It is not. It does not exceed. It does not exceed, or it does not work, or it does not affect anything beyond this particular request. If you are trying to write a local variable, you are writing it within your script. You are writing it within your test script, either your pre-request script or your post-request script. You're writing it within your test script, and it does not exceed beyond that request, this particular request. The variable I put here is not going to affect anything here or anything in this collection. So that is a good example of local variable. Now we have the data variable. The data variable now is a bit a bit higher than the local variable. And how do we, data variable also known as, let us just go over the slide. It's also known as, the data variable is also known as data files. These are used for data-driven testing in Postman. They allow us to parameterize requests with different sets of data and iterating over each set during the test execution. What is data variable? I have a set of requests I want to run over and over again. Like maybe I want to run a particular test, a particular request multiple times. I want to send, for example, I want to send, okay, I want to send a post request. I want to send a post request. And in my post request, body, I want to have, I'm looking for the one where I have enough. I want to have, okay, I want to have the title, the price, the ratings, the value. I want to have all this. I want to have all this. And I want to create like, let's say like, I want to create like 50. Ideally, if I want to do something like this, I should come to this post request, create a new request, right? Create a new request, determine the name, set a post request, add the URL, and come to the body and do that and send the request. And I should come again. Maybe we have different price. Maybe the price for, or we have different title, or we have different price. If we have different title, maybe like this is egg, and I want to add other products, or I want to test other products. We have egg, we have, I will, if instead of me to start creating it one after the other till 50, this is actually the best way to go about it. We are going to use the data variables. And by data variables, I want us to create a new collection. I want us to create a new collection, everybody. Let's name it variables and environment variables. Create a new collection. Are we together?
Yes.
Okay, let's create a new collection. And we should name it environment or variables. Anyone? So we should add a new post request. Let me check. Let's use. Okay, let me send this. Let me send this link to the chat. So we should go to the link and we should go to the link. Let me send it to the chat. Here's my chat. Okay. I want us to go to that link and and copy this URL for this register, for this post request of register user, register successful, the post request. So let's copy this URL and paste it in our, we should create a new post request, right? And we should paste it in our. So now, have we done that? Can I continue? Hello? Hello, can you hear me? Can I continue or I should wait for us?
Wait for us.
Okay.
Ma, what did you say we should name the new request under variable?
Okay. You can just name it data. Let's name it data variable. Let's name it data variable. Because we are trying to test the data variable functionality, how it works. Okay. Register successful. So let's copy the body. I want us to copy the body. Copy the body and paste it here. Please try to save your request after you have made some changes. Copy the body and paste it in the body. Come to the header tab. Make sure you have your content type as application. The content type as application JSON. Please, I want to be sure we are on the same page.
Hi, Taiwo. Sorry, we are not on the same page.
Please, where are you?
This the link you sent to the chat.
To the chat.
Where do we
Yes.
navigate to get what you asked us to do?
Just scroll
Because
down.
what I'm
Scroll down.
seeing here, scroll down.
This is the link. You scroll down. The documentation is, just scroll down.
Yeah, it's not coming with the documentation though.
Click on the link and scroll down. You will see this part. Then you will select, we want to test this register. We want to test this register successful. Then you will select this register successful. Please,
Yes.
are you
Oh, okay, I've seen it. Yeah.
okay?
All right, thank
Okay.
you.
You're welcome.
So what are
All
we
right.
copying?
Click on this register successful. After
I
you have
think
clicked on it, you scroll
yeah,
up and you
copy
will
the
copy
API.
the body. But if you have not copied the URL, you have to click on this request. You have to click on this green, then you copy your URL from here. That's what I'm asking. Are we on the same page? Should I continue? So, Ma, do you understand now? This is where you copy your URL from. But for your body, for the body of your request, please I want to use it. Even ask us for. When you are done, you can send your request. I know we get this 4.1 unauthorized, and I want us to fix it. Add the key to it. You will get the key from this same URL I sent and get free API key. Click on it the same way I did it the other time. You click on this get free API key. You copy your key, then you paste it in the API key. Do you understand? Shall I wait? I need us to reply you. If we are silent, I will assume we are all on the same page.
Wait, my dear, wait, oh. I'm still trying to get my response.
Emmanuel, good evening. Victor, good evening. Princess, can you guys hear me?
Yes, good evening. Good evening.
Okay, it's a plan work. You don't want to answer. Okay. So, Alpha, where are we?
Trying to get the API,
Okay, you guys should just talk because if you guys are silent, I'll assume we are on the same page and I want to continue.
Network is disturbing me today. Honestly, I'm not following, but I think I will just go through the class after it.
All right, no problem.
Yeah.
All right, Emmanuel, you're trying to get the API, right? Princess, you said
Yes,
the network
yes.
is bad. Princess.
In between now, we even have to switch my network to now.
Princess also said our network is bad.
I
Samuel, good
got
evening.
4.1. I also got
Samuel.
4.1. Okay.
Okay, who got 4.1?
Me, I got 4.1 unauthorized, missing API key.
Okay, can
How
you
to
fix
get
that?
one?
Yes, same thing.
Okay, can you fix it?
Yeah.
Emmanuel and Juliet, can you fix it? Can you add the API key?
Yes, sure.
Yes.
All right. Yes, please do.
The authorization. Okay.
Yes, please do. Okay, so Favor, are you following? Favor. I want to know people that are following, so I will know if I will proceed
Okay,
with the class.
I I got the 4.1 unauthorized as well,
Okay, can you fix it?
but I honestly don't know how to proceed.
Okay.
My
Go back
yeah,
to the document. Go
No.
back to the documentation. Favor.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, go back to the documentation, this URL, and you will click on this get free API key. I explained this earlier that we have different
Okay.
types of authorization. So you click on the get free API key, then you will copy this API key. Did you see? You will copy it. Can you see my screen, Favor?
Yes.
Okay, so you will copy this API key, then you go to your Postman. In your authorization, can you see my screen? Can you see my Postman screen?
Yes.
Okay, you come to your authorization and you will select, we have different type of authorization, right? I explained earlier the basic, the bearer, but in this case, they're asking us
Yes.
for API key. So you will select
API.
API key. That is what they're asking you to put. Then you will add your key. I already have it in one of my collection. That's why it's bringing it automatically for me. So what you copied, right? You will paste it. You will paste it. You'll be having something like this. So just paste the first one as your key, and after the semicolon, you will not add the semicolon to it. After the semicolon, you will copy and paste it as your value. Then you should resend your request.
Having 200, okay now.
You're having 200, okay now.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
I'm also having 200. Okay.
Okay. So that's okay. So we're done. Can we proceed now? Samuel, I cannot hear from you. Who else? Peace, Alpha. Are we on the same page now? Soma, Becca, are we on the same page? Can we proceed?
I'm still trying to copy my API key.
Okay, okay, please do. Okay, this is what we are even, this is not where we are going, because this is check.
Ma, please, I have a question.
Yes, you can proceed.
You know that the token do expire depending on the minute. The API key too. Ma,
Okay, okay.
I was
Yep.
you know, for token, like the other time we did it, you said the token has expired because of the minute
We
um
set for it.
yes. So this
Yes.
API can you also expire?
No, no. API key is one time.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome. So this is what we are trying to do. Victor, I want us to open our notepad. But before we proceed, because I know that we need to understand before we can proceed. I want us to open our notepad. Victor, are you on the same page? Okay, Victor said he has issue with his network. But Victor, please, I want you to pay attention. Because of the syntax error you were getting, this is how JSON is written. Like, and if you did not write it the way it's supposed to be written, you will be following, you will be getting the syntax error. So I want us to.
Yeah, I've been able to debug that. I found a solution to it. Thank you so much.
All right. Yes, you're welcome. So I want us to pay attention to this. If you did not write your JSON very well, if you are trying to import, you will have an error. So if you want to write multiple, according to the data variable I explained earlier, I said this is when we are trying to have multiple data. You know, when I send this request now, I only have one request, which is fine. But imagine I want to have this request in like 10 places, and I want to run it separately. I don't want to run it in bulk. What do I mean by in bulk? I don't want to run everything in the same request. I want to run each request separately. So I will need to use the data variable. And how do we use the data variable? I want us to open our notepad. This is like the shortest means to do it. You copy, before you copy, I want us to add this bracket first, because we are having multiple. This is an example of what we want to do. This is what it looks like. We have this first bracket first, and we have this curly brackets, and after this we have a comma, because we're having another request. This is the first request. The first person's name is Taiwo. This is the second request. The second person's name is John, and we have a comma. And this is the third request, is Mary. We did not have a comma here because this is the last request on this page. If I still want to add a new request, I will need to add a comma. Then I'll have my next request maybe as peace, and email can be peace@gmail.com. And for these are the common syntax error we might face in Postman. Maybe like your brackets, for every open bracket, it must have a closed bracket. It must have a closed bracket. So if you are trying to run a Postman request and you are getting syntax error, check, do my open bracket have a closed bracket? And if it does, hope it's just one. Imagine I have one open bracket and I have two closed brackets here, two curly braces. So if I want to run this request, I'll be getting error. I'll be getting error because it's a bad request. And another thing we should check for is our first variables, like this email, passwords, must be in strings. By string, we put this quote mark on it. We put the quote on it. We put the open quote and the second quote. If I have this open quote for this email and this close quote for the email is not there, I'll have an error. Automatically, if I run this type of request, it will not go. I'll have 400 bad requests because this email is not properly closed. And another thing is, because I still have the next variable, I must have this comma to note that, okay, I'm not done. I have another variable I have another variable here. Like if I have, let's say for example, I have username. I did not add comma and I send this request, I'll get 400. Because these are common syntax error we might run to. So when we are trying to send a post request, we should check first, check for your curly braces brackets. Is it properly closed? Is it properly closed? After that, you should check for your brackets. You should check for your quotations. Okay, do I have quotation where I'm supposed to have quotations? Check for your comma. Check for your comma. These three things will make us to be able to understand how it works. Now, are we all on the same page now? Can we proceed, everybody? Do we understand the explanation? Do we have any question? And can we proceed from here? Please, I want us to, okay, please.
Okay, I have a question. We are not on the same page, but I have a question.
All
You know,
right.
sometimes when it's bringing out error, it will mention the number. So I don't really know how to trace that number to where it's actually getting the error from. I don't
Yes,
know if
I
you
feel like,
understand.
yes, I understand. I feel like the number in Postman is not correct. On a normal day, it's supposed to point to you the number you are getting the error from. But sometimes your line of code might not even reach 32 and you'll be getting line 32. I don't know if you have run into that. Like this is the number it's supposed to work.
Yes.
I have for this code, I have 1 to 5. So if I'm having any error, it should point at, okay, imagine I'm having error at line 3. So if I send this request, I'm supposed to be getting something, you're having an error at this line 3 because this is the line that has error. But I feel like that is not really working on Postman. It's not pointing to the right number on Postman. Do you get? But this is the number it was referring to. This number is the number of your line of code.
Ma, can we call that a bug?
Yes, you can post it. I just found out recently also. Then it's a bug. So Juliet, will you post it and send it to Postman support?
I will try.
You can actually do that. They might not be aware, right?
Okay, but I have to have a mono snap of it. Or
Yes.
yes, so I have to do it. I have to try it first for doing.
So you can just post it and send it to the support. And they may be aware. Some bugs they are aware, but maybe they are still finding a way to fix it.
Yeah, or maybe they want to push it later.
Yes. So maybe like a different version.
Yes,
Okay, can we continue now? We still have a long way to go. And I hope we finish this variables and collection. So let's open our notepad. Have we do that? What are we trying to do? This is what we are trying to do. We are trying to create multiple requests. We are trying to create multiple requests. So I want us to copy this body and come to your notepad. Just type notepad. We have something like this. First, open this type of brackets. Can you see my screen? Why is this class gentle today? Why are we not talking? Can we hear me?
Yes.
Jesus.
Yes,
Manuel,
ma'am.
thank you. Thank you. Okay, so can you see my screen? I want us to reply. So are we okay? Are we on the same page? Everybody, wait, are we on the same page?
Yes. On my end, yes.
Manuel, we're on the same page. Zuliat,
Oui,
I know we're on the
Yes.
same page also.
okay.
Soma, are we on the same page? Who else? Who else? Soma, are we on the same page? Is she still in this class?
We are not on the
Peace.
same page,
Okay,
Taiwo.
Peace. Which page are you? Which page are you?
Okay, I'm trying to copy the API key. So maybe
Okay.
I didn't do it correctly, but it's giving me an error. Could not send requests.
Okay. Before you copy your API key, you were getting 400 bad requests, Abby.
Yes.
Need an API key. No, unauthorized. You are getting unauthorized, not bad request, rather. You were getting unauthorized. Peace.
Yes, I was.
Okay. So how do you copy your API key? Give me a walkthrough. You get it from this
Okay.
page.
Yes, I copied this particular one that is highlighted.
Okay.
That's the one I copied. And then I
Okay.
went to authorization
Okay.
and then I picked API key.
Uh-uh.
Then
Then
I
what is it?
have value. So I pasted it in the value bar. But then there is key up. So I don't know what to put in the key.
Okay. Okay. You're not supposed to paste everything in the value. Do you see? I said before the semicolon or what? You are going to paste
Okay.
that one in the key. And you're going to delete that semicolon. It's not needed. Then after, you're going to, this is your value. This is your key. Can you see my screen?
Yes, yes, I
Okay, so
do.
this will be your key and this will be your value.
Hey, he's telling me 404 not found.
Not found.
Yeah.
Yeah, still, that's still your error.
Okay.
The key is not correct. The key is not correct. Do you know another thing you can do? You can select authorization.
No.
You can select authorization as no authorization. According to the documentation, you can as well add that key to your header. So you come to your header tab. Do you get?
Okay.
You add your key
Yes, I
as
do.
the first one and you add the value. Then you try to send your request. Let me know
Okay,
what
let
you
me
are
try
getting.
that.
Okay.
Okay.
I
Yes.
have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
I actually have 200 okay. But
Okay,
then when
ma'am.
I click on the header, looking at what you just did, I'm not seeing any what I can see here is just the key value and like so I don't know.
I don't understand. You added it in your authorization tab, right? Favor.
In your header now, you have authorization. Okay, I should do no authorization.
No, wait. Do you have your API key already?
Yes.
Yes. I was actually telling Peace to go through that route because she was not really getting the API key. If I send this request now, I will not get
Okay,
200 though.
why
This response is response that has been before I added the key. Do you get favor?
but currently I have 200. Yes, I understand.
You have
I
200
have
okay
two
because you added your key.
hundred. Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
If you
But
remove
my
the API,
header, like when I click on header, I don't have, you see these check boxes you have, I don't have them.
Okay, toggle this icon on. This is what you have in Abi. Now, Aiden, just toggle this on.
Yes, okay, I have it now. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Okay, peace. Alpha.
Yeah, I have 200. Okay, now. Thank you.
All right. So, okay. Let's open our notepad, everybody, please. Please, we still have a lot to cover. So let's put this bracket. Is it a square bracket? Do you have mathematics students here? What's the name of this bracket?
Yeah, it's a square
In the
bracket.
square brackets.
It's a square bracket. All right, thank you. So let's have the open and the close brackets of this square bracket first. Now let's come to our body. Now we are trying to send another request, but now we want to have multiple requests. We are trying to simulate, like we want to try to test how our data variable work. So now let's paste. Just copy from your body and paste. The first email and the password is this. You paste another one. You have another email, maybe like my email. It can be anything, and your password. But don't forget your comma separation. To separate this request from this request, you must add your comma here. So we can add like 2 more. We can add like 2 more. Just give it anything. The password, anything also. Then you add your comma. Please don't miss out the comma, please. The only one that will not have comma is our last request. So email. So you can have something like this. Do you understand what I'm doing?
Yes.
Are we on the same page? So make sure you have your comma. This is my first request from this first curly bracket to this one is my first request to my comma. Another one is this one. This is my second. This is my third. And this is my last request, fourth request. As we've said earlier, that the data is just going to allow you to send multiple requests at a time. So, and when you are done, just save your file. But if you want to save as my name, anything, no, dot JSON. Just make sure you have this dot JSON as your extension. Then you save. And save it to where you can easily access it, please. Anywhere you know that you can easily access it. So if you are done, let me know. If you are done, let me know.
Now, must it be
Emmanuel,
four bodies?
no. It must not be 4. It can be 100. It can be 2. It can be 3. It can be 1. Samuel, good evening. You've been quiet. Are you following? Samuel, can you hear me? Lillian, I'm looking for people that have not been talking since we start this class. Lillian, can you hear me? Are you following? Hey, this one, everybody's just quiet this evening like this. Hope I'm not the only one in this class.
You are not alone. We are with you.
Good evening, Ma. I can hear you.
Emmanuel,
Sorry,
Um,
Ma.
yes, ma'am.
I'm lost.
my network. Sorry, my network. Oh, can you hear me now? I feel like my
Yes,
network.
I can
Yes.
hear you.
Okay, so are we on the same page, Emmanuel?
Yes.
Okay,
Ma,
so
we are not on the same page.
who
Sorry,
is
Ma.
that? Who is that?
It's Becca.
Okay, so where are
Ma, did
we?
you save on Notepad?
Yes, I save on Notepad, but make sure
Ye-
your extension, when you want to save, just add .json. I save on Notepad. When you want to save, add .json. Becca, do you understand?
Yes, Ma.
Yes.
But how did you save? Which feature you do press? Did you click on rather?
Control S.
I did the Control S, but it did not respond. Do I need to highlight everything first?
I don't think it's necessary. You don't really need to highlight. I just press Control S directly. But if that is not working, just come to File. Come to your file and click on Save. You can also go through that route.
Okay, Ma. Thank you.
Yeah. So can we proceed now?
Yes.
Okay. Favor, can we proceed now, please?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Zuliat, can we proceed? Who else is following?
Yes, ma.
Okay. Okay, so let's proceed. So this is what we want to do. We want to run this collection, right? Collection. Sorry. Let's come to our Postman, and we should remove this body. I want us to remove this body. Sorry, can you hear me now? I want us to remove
Yes.
that body. I
Yes,
want us
I
to
can.
remove that yes, I want us to remove that body in our Postman. We will add it. We will add it from that file that we just create. We'll add it on that file that we just create. But make sure you have added your key. Please let me check if I've added my key also. Okay. So come to this runner. You will see this runner. Can you see my screen? At the extreme end, at the footer section of your Postman. I want us to click on the runner now. It will open a new tab for us. Now, this is what we are trying to do. We are trying to get a data from outside, like what we created. We want to bring it to Postman and want to run our request from there. So you come to the runner. We are running manually, of course. How many of times do I want it to run? 1 time, 2 times, depending on you. Now, this is the data. You know, we said we have different type of variable. We have the local variable and we have the data variable. Now you come to this section, test data file. You will generate the file. We are using this in this particular, for this particular example, we are using the data variable. So you select that file. The reason why I asked us to save it as JSON is this data file only accepts JSON or CSV format. If it's not JSON or if it's not CSV, it won't work. So you select this, you click on this test and you select from your computer. I saved mine as desktop. Now I ask us to save it as where we can easily access. So you open. So if it's correct, we should be having something like this. Let's try to open our data also and check if we're having something like this in our preview. If everything is correct, we should be having something like this. This is the first request, the email and the password. The second, with the correct syntax, the email and the password. The third, the email and password, and the fourth, email and the password. Please, I want us to confirm we also have the same thing before we proceed.
Yes, I have the same thing.
Okay.
Yes, I have same thing.
Okay. So we can now continue to upload to our workspace. You can continue to upload to our workspace. You click on upload to our workspace. Then, have you done that? Can we continue? Samuel, whose mic was not muted? Emmanuel. Have you done that? Can we continue?
Ma'am, my one
Yes.
is not showing green, it's showing red.
Whose
And
one
I'm
is
trying
showing
to mine. I'm trying
Juliet?
to yes, ma'am. I'm trying to upload it again. You see the same thing. But what I did was when I was saving the name, I saved there was a space in between the name. For me, I saved that postman, then space variable.json. So can that space cause any
Okay.
yes, ma'am. You know
I
your
don't
own my
think
name. You wrote my name together.
Yes, I don't think it should cause any error. You can check your syntax very well, first thing, and if your syntax are very correct, then you can proceed to edit your name and remove the space.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. So what we are going to do now is we are trying to run a collection using using the data variable. So we are going to call input this. This is our Postman data variable that we have created. I've created it, I've set the URL, I've added the key. The only thing I did not have in this Postman is my body. So I want this body to be generated from my data, which is what I've uploaded on this Postman. So I will move this, just click and drag this variable to this run sequence. Then you will have the request you want to run with this data on your run sequence now. Do you understand?
Yes.
Please run through the click and drag again.
Click and drag, double click and try to drag it to your runner tab.
Done that.
Peace, have you done that?
No, I've not done it though. I don't know why it's not giving me the same interface that is on your own. It's separated.
is separated from
Like the runner tab and the post body, the request is not on the same page. So if I click on post, it goes away from the runner. If I click on runner, it goes away from the post. So there's no how I want to drag on. I've tried dragging from the opened tabs up, but it's not dragging.
you've tried dragging from the open tabs and it's not dragging.
Yeah.
So who else is
Yes,
having
I
the same
have.
issue as this? I need to see the layout of your I need to see the layout of your Postman. Can you send a screenshot to the chat?
Okay.
Yes. Zuliat Alpha.
I'm still getting error.
How do we fix this error? What is the error like? And I'm sure your syntax are correct, like when you're trying to create your records, because this might also make you to run into error. Don't forget to ask us to open this square bracket first and close it, and as well as our comma separation. Auxiliates, can you please share your screen? Let's see the error you are getting. Zuliat, can you share your screen? Do you join with your PC or you join with your phone?
My phone and system.
There's no way you can share your screen, Abe.
Yes, ma. Except I take a screenshot.
Take a screenshot of your notepad and take a
Okay,
screenshot of the error you are getting.
okay.
All right, peace. Have you sent your own screenshots?
Not yet though. Trying to paste it is not pasting.
Or can you share your screen, please?
Okay, I can.
Okay. So you can share your screen. Oh, Zuliat, I'll be waiting for your screenshots. Okay, to your
Can you see my
Postman.
screen now?
Yes, your Postman screen. Okay, select your click on your
Okay,
collection.
this.
Click on collection. Okay, click and drag. But it's not get
Why is this
request though.
taking me? Look, I've not
Julia, it's supposed
saved.
to be post.
Hey, because I've not saved. I've not
Okay,
saved
please.
this
Okay,
post.
please save. Please save. Okay, so you can stop
I
sharing.
just did. Thank you.
All right. So Zulias, I'll be waiting for your screenshots, right?
I sent it, ma.
Is the way you save it, oh, Zuliat?
Okay, ma.
Is the way you save it. You can just copy and paste and save. Is the way you save it. It's not recognizing it as a JSON. See, you save it as Postman variable. No. I said you should save it as postman.json. dot JSON.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes,
No,
not
I wrote Postman variable. Okay, it's not bad one. Oh, I get. I'll change it now. Thank you, ma'am.
yes. Yes, you're welcome.
I'm lost though.
Okay, where are we?
So yeah, I've been able to run the data variable stuff. Yeah, I got to
Okay.
the yes. So
You
now this
you
is where I
get
am, where you just showed now.
okay,
This
and
is
you
where I am.
run the variable.
Yes.
Then you get what?
Okay, I've not run it again. Let me do it now.
No, run it. I'm even getting 4.1 unauthorized. My API key, did I add it?
Okay. I'm getting I saw all my tests. 0 failed, 0 passed, skip 0.
And you did not have any test now.
Okay.
You did not add any tests.
No, I did not add any tests.
Yes, you did not add any tests.
Okay, so is
Is
that what
the
I'm
only
supposed to
thing
get?
the only thing I need is the status code.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so the
Because
status
I'm
code
having
we
a
have
400.
400. Exactly.
400.
Yes.
I'm having
Yes.
4.1. Did I not add my key? I have my key here. Supposed to determine. You are not having 4.1. I'm having 4.1. I do not even know.
I'm having a 400. So which one is correct now? Is it your own or our own?
No,
Having 401 too.
you're having 4.1 too.
No, 400 now. 400.
Oh, well,
Where is it? Supposed to use an API that will not give us problem like this. Sorry, I'm coming. I'm trying to. I want to rerun my own request. the request body is not actually getting input in the let's try to use dummy just JSON documentation. Let's use another definition.
Ma, as in all of us should use it, or only you want to use it and your teachers?
Yes, let me use the dummy.json documentation.
Okay.
I feel like the request is not getting. Let me use the dummy dot. So make So can we see my screen? I want us to be following. I'm trying to use the another documentation post request, which is dummy.json. So this is what we have in the request body: the first name, the last name, and the age. So
Ma, is your screen still on Postman?
no, my screen is now on the. Oh, sorry. I was not sharing. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, ma.
Okay.
Sorry, ma, I'm lost. Should we do this again, but with a different body?
No. Wait. I'm trying to
No, she's the
explain.
only one that
I'm
is doing
trying
it.
to check. Yes, I'm trying to check. I'm trying to check what's wrong. So I'm trying to explain with another. Okay. So we go to my runner tab now. That's all right. Please, what is expecting? This is actually right. First name. You're not supposed to be guessing this 400 first. I'm trying to check what is happening. Okay, the user is not authenticated. Pass the correct authentication credentials. Okay. I've not logged in. This is authentication issue for this. So I have to log in. No, I have to do share testing. It is actually long time. Which if we want to use this user request, right, we have to log in first, and I don't want to pass through that. Like, it's actually have authentication process. I don't want us to pass through that route. I want us to pass through that route. I'm looking for something that is simple that we can work with. Okay. All right. So what happened with the other ones that has not been working is we will need authentication before it can work. Like we need to log in first. We need to first send a we need to first send a get request first before we can be able to send a post request. So some sort of authentication is not allowing it to work. So what we are going to do is to test with like an API that does not require authentication. Like this product now, it does not require us to be logging. According to the documentation, it's not necessary. You don't have to log in before you can be able to send this request. For this RQRES, we have to these post products we are trying to test. Do we even use the successful or the unsuccessful? I feel like we use the successful parts. We have to be for this user. We have to be for this user. If we try to alter anything for this user, we'll be getting 400. We'll be getting a bad request. So this is what I want us to do. I want us to go to the domi.json and go to the recipe. I've tested this. So let's go to the chart or recipe. Add a cart. So because of our time, we are just going to be having quantity alone, the same way I did for my own. Because of time, I did not add other thing. I only add one variables, which is title. I did not add other information. So I want us to add quantity alone because this one does not require us to be authenticated before we can proceed with anything. So just add quantity, different types of quantity, and send a post request to this URL using the data variable format. Do we understand? Do you want me to go over it again? Do you have any question before we proceed?
Please go over it again.
I should go over the explanation again or what we are expected to do. The API we are
What
trying
you
to
want
use.
us?
Okay, what I want us to do. Okay, I want you to go to this domi.json API documentation. I'll send this link to the chat. And I want us to test, this one I've successfully created, the one I did now, I successfully created three different titles. This is the first one, this is the second one, and the third one. I successfully created three different titles and I'm having 201 pass. So I want us to also replicate the same thing using an API that does not require us to be authenticated before we can proceed to test. The reason why we are facing that issue was because we need to be authenticated, and I don't want us to pass through that stress because of our time also. So I want us to go to, I'm looking for my chart, sorry. So this documentation, we have few minutes left. Go to the documentation, go to the products, just click on it. Okay, if you click on it, it will take you to this cart. So you have to send a post request first. At first, send a post request to this. Your header content type is application/JSON. Then you create in your notepad, you create quantity using the proper syntax. Don't forget the proper syntax for your quantity. You create 5 quantity. You can create quantity. One can be 4. You don't need to add brackets to this quantity. You don't need to add double you don't need to add double quote to this quantity because it is numeric, it is not string. So you can leave it like that when you're even trying to create, or you can add it. If you add it, that means you make it a string. And if you do not add it, that means it is numeric. So I want us to test that. When we are done, we should go to our runner tab and we should import our post and put it and run our test. Do you understand now, Favor? Do you understand? Do you have any question? My
Yes,
connection
I
is
understand.
disabled. Okay. Okay, please, do you understand? Please, can you hear me?
I'm trying to do it. If I'm lost in anywhere, I'll call your attention.
Okay.
Thank you.
Please, I want every one of us to do it. The reason
Sorry,
we
can
are
I
having
see your notepad again?
my notepad again. No
Yes,
problem.
the
The which
quantity. I think you said we should only add quantity, Abby.
okay, I should open the one I only had title, Abi.
Yes. Okay. Is it
Because
title we are adding or quantity?
sorry. No, you're adding quantity according to your own documentation. That feed has quantity. This is the
Okay.
one I was title. I added products, so the product has title, but this one has quantity. So we're adding only quantity. I'm even trying.
Okay.
Let me open it. Let me open it. Why did I used to save that stuff? Is it my product? Okay. Okay, Manuel, can you see it now? Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Emmanuel.
Yeah, I'm answering. I said yes, I can see your screen now.
Okay. I just want us to add quantity in our own case, and our quantity.
Ma, excuse me, ma.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so under our body, right, we are to copy the ID and the quantity only.
Yes, you can use the quantity only
Okay.
as your body. The same way I used just title for this, I use only title. So just, you can use the quantity only.
But I use the quantity only, and for the postman to post the data in, and it's saying ID is required.
Oh, if it's required, then we need to add the ID. You need to add the ID. According to the documentation, we have ID and quantity. So if it's that means the ID is a required field, then we need to add the ID. So I don't know the validation on that screen. Like the one I used, the one I tested earlier has a lot of, I tested the products and I did not fill most of those fields and it was successful. So we all had to add ID to it because of validation according to, I want to try to test it for my else. Okay, user ID is required. Wait, oh, my network is not stable.
Hi Taiwo, I've added user ID and it's still saying is required.
Can you share your screen? Let me stop sharing, please. Share your screen, please.
Okay. So this is it. This is what I'm getting.
No, you have to run it from the runner tab, not from. No.
Oh.
I asked us to run it. No. You have to have your ID and your quantity in your runner tab. But even if you are
Okay.
getting. Wait, even if you are getting, you're supposed to, you had your ID as 144, your quantity as 4. Why is this message still now user ID required? You'll still be getting the same thing even if you use your notepad.
Exactly.
Yes. Do it with your notepad, you'll still be getting the same thing.
Okay. Please, is there any other person having this error?
Yes, I also have user ID required.
And you added the user ID.
When you even add the
hello.
user ID, it will be saying product cannot be empty.
I think
It will be
are we
saying
I think
doing
we
what?
have to copy this. It will say
Wow.
heart.
Products cannot be empty. Okay, do you know what
Yes,
you're
that's
going
the
to? This is the user ID. Can you, okay, you cannot see my screen. I just
what?
checked I just checked the documentation now.
Let me stop sharing.
Yeah, stop sharing. Stop sharing. Let me share my screen. Can you see my screen now? Can you see my screen? Please confirm if you can see my screen.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the documentation. So I just checked the documentation now, and this is the user ID that is asking for, not this ID. So if we are to do first, you can copy this. Let me just copy. Just copy from this user ID till this closed. Do you get? I want us to
Okay.
copy from here to the yes to the first one. Or we can even copy it to the second one. Yes, we can even copy it to the second one. Let me try to do that. Let me try to use. So this is what I'm asking us to do. So I want us to use this in our Postman first. Let me see what we are getting.
Okay.
I have to add all this. Okay. So we should be having something like this. So that means for our, before we can post a multiple request, we have to, do we have something like this? How many of us were able to achieve, we're able to get 201 created now? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. How many of us were able to, without using the notes, the JSON data variables, how many of us were able to get this 201 now? None? Peace, Becca, Emmanuel, what's going on?
I got a 2 on 1.
201. And that's what I was asking now.
Sorry, I just got in now.
Okay. Juliet, Favor,
Mommy, I'm still battling with my own Jason that is not working on.
Jason, okay. But your Jason will work. I will
Mommy,
check. I will check after class. So you're not following, Abby?
yes, I've even asked ChatGPT. I've created another one. I've copied the scripts from Chat.
Okay.
I post on ChatGPT. Correct it. I've used another JSON checker to check it.
I will
Oof.
check. I'll check with you after the class.
I'm getting 201 created too.
Okay. I'll check with you, Juliet, after. Okay, Emmanuel. Okay, now for
Okay, ma,
our
thank you.
yes, you're welcome. Now, Favor, are you also getting 201? Lillian,
I'm still trying to put the quotes on top. I'm coming. I'm almost done.
okay. Well, okay. Chiamaka, have you been following? Oh, I want us to wrap up this section. So for those of us that are getting 201, now let's copy what we have in our body. Let's copy it to the notepad. Let's copy what we have in our body. Let's copy it to the notepad and add more products to it. Since you have this one, don't forget on your notepad, you start with this square bracket first, the open square bracket and the close square bracket and the close square bracket. So all this will be for product 1. So you can just copy and put comma after this and add for product 2. Then you can just edit, then save and import it. Save and import it. Wait.
Hi Taiwo, I'm still having error. I don't know. I've checked my syntax, but it's still showing me error.
Error in passing. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm also getting the same thing now. I'm trying
Okay.
to check what was wrong. Oh, is that? Let me just this bracket goes with bracket.
Sorry, I'm lost. So on Notepad, yeah, we have quantity to our previous code, right?
Yes. Yes, that's what we are trying to do. That's why I was looking for and a URL that will just make us to add just one. Just one. That's going to be much easier for us to work with. Okay. I want to try if we can actually use only as the next request. And actually use only user ID. This API has a lot of documentation, a lot of validation on it. Okay, let me try to check with one set of data first without adding multiple. Because of the array, it is an array inside the product is an array on its own. I feel like that's why it's difficult for it to pass the test. It might not work. It might not work because the product is an array. And we're trying to pass this product array inside. Let me just try to use. Okay, this is what I was using. This is what I was using. Okay. So because of our time, right? Don't worry, by next class, we'll figure out how to use array. This product is an array and it has multiple items. So it's difficult for it to actually pass that array into the product table. That's why we are getting that error. For next class, I'll figure out how we can do that. Because of our time, I want us to practice this. This will work, don't worry. This product, this recipe, it has only name. It has only name. So it will work. It will not be difficult. So you can just change the name to different thing. I will try it now. And I want us to also try it later. So that will work. That will not give you, it will not give us array issue. So I'm trying to test. I want us to also test it. I want us to also test it. This recipe. I want us to test it. So instead of we can have name, name, name. I can come to my runner tab and import again. So if I not save, so you see now I'm having 200, 200, 200. So I want us also to also try that out and let me know if you have let me know what you are getting. I want us to try this product, this recipe instead of the cat that has an array. Next class, I will come up with how to solve the solution. Is the JSON is not properly inserted, so I will figure that out and I will give us feedback next
Yeah,
class.
I got 201, 201.
Yes, yes, you will get to one. The issue we're having with that one is because of the array. I notice is a set of array inside an array, so that's why we're having issue with that. So I also, even if we have
Okay.
not tried it, I also want us to try it out. We should be getting to one with that also.
Sorry, ma'am, my network took me out. We should try
Who is,
what?
who is that?
It's Becca.
Becca. I want
Mom,
us to try the we were not able to do the recipe because was it recipe? We were not able to do the cards because it is a product. It is an array of products. So and it's not properly inserted. So I want us to try this recipe instead. This recipe only has name. So I want us to try it out. And someone has tried to go to one. I also tried it out and I
No,
also
I
get to.
used cat though. I used the cat.
Use the cards.
Yes.
How did you set your product? Please,
I just did the way it is. Then I just had to alter the ID and the quantity. I saved as you've taught us. I checked on
okay,
Postman and it showed created. So I just
oh
went ahead to run it.
okay, you change the quantity and the ID.
ID, yes.
Okay. So it's okay. Do you mean it does not want much the same like it's unique?
I don't know. I just altered it.
Okay. All right. I want us to try it out also. Maybe the field is unique. And if the field is unique, it's when you're trying to create a record with a unique field, it will also flag. Please, you can send your notepad to the chat. I want to check it, or you can send it to me, my DM. And I want us to also try it out. I was thinking it's because it's an array. This is an array, a set of array, and we might need this JSON to write to help us to write it. So I was thinking that was the issue, but we can also try it out the same way Peace did. And I want us to try this request, this recipe resources out also the same way I did here. I just did that here, and I'm getting 200, 200, 200. So Becca, do you understand now? Do you get what we are trying out?
Okay, we are trying to run the Postman, right?
Yes. We are trying to run the Postman, but using the data variable. So I want us to try.
I remember the last time we had stand up, I think that was 3 weeks ago. That being hold last week.
I want us to try the recipe and this actually said she got the cat. So we can also try that. We can also give that a try. Okay, Peace has sent So do we understand now? So that's how we use the data driven. We still have environment and variables. We'll continue from that also next class. Our time is fast spent. And if you have any question, you can meet with me in my DM, or you can meet with me in my DM, or you can ask it on the group. I will also reply. So do you have any question before we call it a day?
Ma, you said you were going to check my Postman.
You have to join. You have to create a Google link and call.
Okay.
You can send to my DM. Yes. All right. Do you have any other question? Okay. All right. Thank you very much,
So,
everyone.
Sorry, I want to ask a question, ma,
Okay.
regarding the tax.
So the tax.
Yeah,
Okay.
the API tax.
Okay.
You know, we are creating folder for cards, recipe, user, and for each
Folder
of
or
its
collection.
collection, I mean, and
Okay.
for each one we are creating all these get posts. So I want to ask, is it that we are testing for like only one get, or we are creating a folder for get, then we can have multiple get requests there?
You can have
Then
multiple
same thing
get
for
requests. I said you should test both positive and negative scenarios. So in a
okay.
particular get folder, you should have a get when user is trying to use a positive scenario, like a successful. When you're expecting the user to get a successful response, then you will create a get request for a
Okay. So
successful
that means
response.
anything we are having on our test case is on the
Yes,
Postman
yes,
too.
yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay, I
Exactly.
get now.
Exactly.
Thank you.
All right. So welcome. All right, we'll continue from here next class. We are going to continue from the environment and the environment and we have the environment and what? And the collection variables. I want us to try this out. This data driven. You know, I've did like 3 now and I'm getting 200. Okay. The only one I was unable to get was the authentication, and it has I have to be authenticated before I can do that. I feel like we are going to have to pass through some long routes, so I don't really want to go through that route. That's why I want us to do something easy, and we can also try the cards also. We can try it out. Thank you very much, everyone. See you next class.